Well, I hit start streaming, so I'm assuming something is working here. This is the first time I'm using OBS. I say that. It's been a long time. Let's see here real quick. Am I getting audio here? Let me see. It says I'm live. Yeah, there we go. I can hear myself. All right, so little pre-show stuff here. I need to pull this up real quick here. Where? There we go. Yeah. So let me do the thing here. Up here. I need to pull this up real quick here. Sorry, no one's in the chat yet, so I'm not really worried about that right now. Let's see here, settings. No. Yeah. So let me do the thing. Here. Copy. Sorry, no one's in the chat yet, so I'm not really worried about that right now. Let's see here, settings. No. All right, let's see here. I almost need like 3 screens. This is crazy. Oh, look, so we now got some people in the chat, so let's pull this up here. Last line. Hey, man, what's going on? Hey, Gene, you watched that Tron yet? I did my part to help Cy out on the movie game and myself. No, I have not seen it yet. I'm still kind of going back and forth. I mean, what's funny is I've seen several people post stuff that they like it, that they thought it was a good, they thought it was a good movie. I kind of still want to see it. I just, unfortunately, I've heard, now who knows, stuff with the internet, you never know how that's going to go. But I've heard some people, or I've heard some stuff online that was like, well, if it doesn't do well, like that's it. We're not getting any more Tron. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe they're just trying to blackmail us into thinking, hey, you've got to go watch this movie. Otherwise, you're not going to, we're not going to get any more Tron movies. So I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work out. I need to talk to my boys. My boys might want to go see it with me because they watched the first Tron movie. Of course, laughed their butts off whenever Master Control comes on because it looks totally ridiculous. But then they also really liked Tron Legacy, and so did I. And then when I showed them the initial trailers for Ares, they were like, "Ooh, that looks interesting." So I need to talk to them about it and see if they want to go. And if they want to go, I may make it a thing and go with them. That might be kind of fun. So, last line, they did the last time when Tomorrowland underperformed. They canceled planned Tron sequel then and that time. Yeah, you're right. That's what I read too. And I never saw Tomorrowland. It looked good to me. And then I heard a bunch of stuff and I was just like, I don't know about that. So yeah. Like I said, I'm kind of back and forth on it. So, did you do a video on it? If you did, I'd like to see what's your thoughts on it. They said something about people weren't into sci-fi stuff at that time, so it wasn't the right time. Too bad, because I really liked Tomorrowland, and it was an underrated movie. See, I need to go back and watch it. It's one of those ones that, it fell off my radar, and then that was it. I just never got back into it. So, let's see here. So I was going to post on Discord real quick so that people know what is going on. Obviously, you found me here. So there we go. There's where Discord is. I got to remember on a Windows system. I'm on a Windows system and I'm not I'm not on my Mac. So, and the only difference is, using controls to command and so on and so forth. I'll be doing a video, but it wasn't going to be a spoiler thing. It's going to be an anti-grifter rant video. Dude, no, I totally get that. And I'm enjoying watching your videos. You definitely have some hot takes, I guess, as it were. I don't think they're that hot of a take, honestly. I think they're pretty online and reasonable as to, things that people are doing, watching, thinking, so on and so forth. So, but yeah, let's see here. So I'm going to try this other view here real quick. Moving to the gameplay. There we go. So we've still got our chat. We've got our gameplay up here. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and try this out and see how well all this works out. So You know me. I've got to do a show thing. I'm old school. So here we go. Let's give this a shot. Welcome to the first show, whatever you want to call it, of Epically Geeky Gaming. This is something I've been wanting to do for a while. It's something that's kind of just natural, I think, for me to get into. I like playing games, and might as well do it with people online, right? Because, that's a thing. Anyway, so just a little bit of information. If you found this awesome, great. Jump in the chat. Love to hear your thoughts and comments on it. And we can chat about all kinds of stuff. So let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of jump into what I'm playing this time around. So it is the spooky season as I'm recording this. And what better way to start the spooky season than to start playing, some spooky games, as it were. And the first one I thought I'd play is a complete classic in my mind. And that is the original Castlevania on the Nintendo Entertainment System. A little bit of background on this from my standpoint. I had this game. In fact, just to show how unprepared I am, I actually have this game. I meant to grab the actual cartridge so I could show it and be like, hey, look, I actually had the actual cartridge. I had this game growing up, loved it. I have beaten it. But man, it is a tough game. And in my opinion, there are certain levels that if you do not hit with certain weapons, and you have to hit certain benchmarks, because if you get past that point, and let's say you don't have your whoop fully extended, or you don't have a certain a special weapon or whatever, it's not going to happen. I'm not playing this game to try to beat it right now. I just wanted to kind of play through it and just kind of test out the whole streaming situation. But yeah, I've always really liked this game. My first memory of this game, though, and I tried looking it up online, and I could not find anything to justify that I actually had this memory. But my first memory of seeing this game was we had this. We had 3 arcades where I grew up here in Central Texas. We had 3 arcades. We had Tilt, or what became Tilt in the mall. And that's where all like the pro gamers played. Like that's where everyone went to, like they were hardcore gamers. Like if you were going to like really go prove yourself, that's where you went to go play. And the second one was we had this it was a chain restaurant called Mission Taco. And their claim to fame was they were downtown, but their claim to fame was they got the newest games first. Now that sounds odd because it was the fact that they got their games first, but honest to God truth, they got the games before anyone else. That's where the first time I played Mortal Kombat 2, the first time I played Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, like all of those games, that's where we played first. But had a lot of fun doing that. And then the third arcade was we had this we had a putt-putt golf, and they had a pretty good sized arcade on the inside. And man, I could go into some memories on that place. There's some great memories of that place. It's not even there anymore, unfortunately. But they had 3 miniature golf courses, and on the inside they had a bunch of arcade stuff. And they had a cocktail cabinet of this game. And like I said, I did a search online. I could find no record of there ever being Castlevania on. I did find an arcade version, but I could not find anything that said it was a cocktail game. I really wish my brother or my buddy Lewis was here so that I could talk to him, because I'd like to see if I just had a fever dream and just dreamed this game was on a cocktail system. I don't know. But yeah, I was kind of hoping that someone could verify that, yes, you absolutely were, playing that game. You saw that game and everything. So, because I remember putting quarters into it and playing it and having a lot of fun. But anyway, so I did have this game on the original NES. Loved it. I loved it. I loved 2 and 3. Yes, I'm one of those people that enjoys 2. But yeah, so I wanted to try to play and just kind of see how things go. I am playing on an emulator, so I'm not playing on OG hardware like my boy Cyrus does. Who knows? Maybe eventually I'll get to that point. But for right now, I'm just having fun playing on an emulator. So I'm also playing with an 8BitDo controller. Freaking love these things. They're wonderful. And so I've played around with ideas. I don't want to just go ahead and like fall into a definite, this is how I'm going to do this channel or how I'm going to do these games, so on and so forth. And I want to make sure that I'm having fun for first and foremost doing this. But my kind of initial thoughts was I may go through and give it a playthrough or two, just see how far I go, see how far I can get. And then if things go great, then I may just keep playing it. But if my old man reflexes just really aren't kicking in, then I'm not above cheating. I'm also do have retro achievements set up. So, and the way I have the screen set up, it should come up and show us when the retro achievements come up. I know, right, Cyrus? Super Mega Graphics 64, WTF Games, question mark? I know, I've been saying it was coming for a long time. It's finally here. So yeah, going to play some OG Castlevania. I'm going to start it up here in just a second. I may have to pause here and make sure that y'all can hear everything, that it's not overpowering and everything. So like I said, this is the first test run. Cut me a break, guys. So here we go. Castlevania USA. Yeah. Let's run this thing. Yes, on the Famicom. That's what I want to do. And it's loading up. 74 achievements. 74 achievements. Man, that's a lot of achievements, and I haven't even looked at what the achievements are for this game yet. All right, so I'm hearing a little bit of sound here. I'm hearing the demo going. I hope it's not too loud. If anyone can hear it in the chat, please let me know. I don't know how far behind, lagging the chat is, but it's like Super Mega Graphics 64 hours. I believe in you. Thank you, sir. I will see myself how well I do. I can hear it. It's not overpowering to me. Hopefully it's not overpowering to everyone else that's listening as well. So, and I'm sorry for the aspect. Okay, he said sounds good. Okay, well, we're going to get started here in a second. The reason I have the way the screen is cropped right now is we should be getting the full gameplay screen, but I wanted to leave some area on the left-hand side so if and when I do get some achievements unlocked, we'll actually get to see them. So that'll be kind of fun. All right, and here we go. So I'll try to look in on the chat here from time to time. Got to emulate my boy Cyrus when he's playing these old school games. Let's see if I can make this jump. Ah, I didn't make it. So if you jump just past the door, it will cause a treasure chest to open up. I know that you get extra lives in this game by points, but I don't know about y'all. I was never a points player. Like, the idea of just playing to see what the maximum points were you could get to a game, especially a game like this, never appealed to me. And I don't know. Am I alone in that? Were other people that way? Like, were you all, was everyone else like, oh no, I played for the highest score in Super Mario Brothers or whatever? Which was something that I always thought was odd when they did the World Championship game, because, you played Super Mario Brothers or whatever for a while until you got to a certain point or whatever. And then that's how they judged you. And I'm just like, shouldn't it be how far you get? Like, if you're not saving the princess, what's the point? Like, shouldn't they have done it like by who can, do the levels the fastest or something? I don't know. Like I said, never been a points player. I love this initial level. I love when they redo it in some of the later games as well. Alright, I may have to redo the screen here for the next time and have the black bar on the right hand side, because as I'm playing, I haven't really been paying attention. But Uh-oh, something's going on with my controller here. What's going on? There we go. I'm seeing this notification down here on the bottom that keeps popping up, giving me kind of an idea of how things are going. Like how many of something I've unlocked. I'm guessing it's like the number of hearts I've got, or treasure chest. Oh, these guys. I've always hated the mermen. Get out of here. And then if you do this, there we go. I love that sound. That's one of those things, that's a sound I make in real life with my mouth. You know, going whoop, 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 whoop. Whenever a, special treasure chest or something is opened up from this game. That's one of the sounds I make in real life anytime I get something new or something in real life. And I'm sure people are just like, what is that sound? What are you doing? Let's do a quick check of the chat. Let's see what we got here. Sounds good. I run a chat channel with occasional accidental gameplay. Yeah, you get some gameplay in there from time to time. I will say some of the beginning of your episodes, I'm just like, is he going to get to the gameplay? I'm not going to be that guy, but I have wanted to do the whole Malcolm from Jurassic Park. There are going to be some games on your gaming channel, right? But yeah, last line, hey Cyrus, you rule. I agree, Cyrus does rule. Yeah, this is an iconic first level of the game. From last line. Last line, you rule more. I don't know if that's how you spell more, but we'll go with it. I usually do the Zelda tune from OT. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean the it depends on what it is. Like if you're getting an item, sometimes it's a different sound. If you've achieved something, for me, the classic, if I've completed some kind of I've done something and I've finally got it done, I tend to like to go with from Final Fantasy the and it just kind of depends on the situation. I also like to the campus that I work at, the high school I work at, there's a kind of this open area that's between some of the hallways and stuff. And when I go through there, I often have either the Castlevania 2 when he's in the town, that music playing in my head, or it's Metroid. I don't know why. It's because I guess I'm going through doors or whatever, but yeah, that just kind of plays through my head when I'm walking around the building sometimes. So, all right, let's get back to this. Like I said, I've always loved this game. Yeah, I probably need the axe for the bat. Alright, come here, you. Oh, I don't have it though. This is not going to go well. Yep, not going well. I really needed the axe to get this guy. I don't think I'm going to be able to get him up here. Nope. I got him. Can't believe I got him. There we go. We got the vampire killer achievement. Achievement unlocked. Entered without resurrection. Nice. So I didn't die. That's good. I need to remember. I've always wanted to do a Castlevania cosplay. I think it would be awesome to do. The problem is I keep going back and forth between, I think it would be an awesome armor set to make. make out of foam, kind of like how Simon Belmont seems to look like he's wearing armor on the cover for Castlevania, especially 2, and then Trevor's on 3, and it looks like they're wearing armor. I've always thought that would look cool, but I also really like Richter's look from Rondo of Blood and Symphony of the Night. So I've always kind of gone back and forth with that. But anyway, if I ever do that, I need to make sure I make an old school map like this, like, that comes across and tells you how far you've gotten, to have rolled up on me. I think that would be a nice little touch. So, I like how Simon walks. It's like this dude has some shit, bad knees and all. Undead still gets to get deaded. Yeah, no, it is a very iconic walk, definitely. And this is my favorite weapon of any of the weapons, is the boomerang cross. Get down here and get this real quick. Even though I've already said I don't care about the points, I'm still going to get the items. We're going to stick, yeah. Going to stick with the cross. Something I've always wanted is, and maybe they have made it and I just have never seen it, but totally miss that guy. I have always wanted them to do just like this exact game, no changes except for the graphics. Like, just update the graphics and that's all I need. And I think that would be awesome. I would also like to see if they would do one that was basically the same game, update the graphics, and then maybe this would be a new game by the time, the amount of energy they have to put into it. But maybe make a version of the game that, like, you can play with some of the other characters. Because I'm sure this game would be much easier if you had some of the special... Oh, I didn't mean to grab that. Some of the special abilities that you have in some of the other games. Specifically like Richter. And I know there's something to this one here. I think if you kneel down... Is it you kneel down here long enough? Or do you have to kneel down in the center? Once again, I've already said I don't care about treasure and stuff and points. But it's like, I remember there were some things that I could do in this game, and anyway, I have to look that one up. Or I may be completely off. That may be a completely different place where you're supposed to do that. So, Medusa heads. No! There's only one character in this game I hate more than Medusa heads, and it's the little... I always thought they were monkeys growing up. I don't know, but it doesn't make sense. I don't know what they are, but I think they're... Whenever it's with Frankenstein, it's, I guess, Igor, he's flying around. It's the little monkey type guys. I've always hated those guys more than almost anything else. Medusa heads are bad, but I can get through them. It's those little guys that just drive me insane. Simon's either geriatric or had some torn hamstrings before visiting Dracula's castle. Yeah, probably. I mean, because think about it. Like, how old is this guy? You would assume he's probably in his 20s if he's going to go do this. Last line, maybe a sprained ankle. Yeah, it could be. Talk about the worst possible luck. Hey, I got to go kill Dracula, and I got out of bed wrong. So, hunchbacks. Yeah, I guess they probably are hunchbacks. But to me as a kid, I don't know why they just like little monkey guys but they just drove me insane. So no save states since you're doing for Chiefs. Oh no, absolutely. I will do save states if I need to. I'm just not worried about getting to that point at this point. Because technically I can rewind the game as well. If I really want to go back and get that life, but I'm not worried about it at this playthrough. I just want to see how far I can get, maybe without any cheats or anything. So, plus, honestly, I've got to remember what I set up to do the rewind. I can't. I've got to look to see which items I put in. Oh, I forgot. I got to start off my whip again. Get out here, Medusa. Ah! Also never understood how collecting hearts, and it's not even like hearts that you're getting from the enemies that you're killing. You're just collecting, like, they're just random hearts that just are like in these candles on the wall. How does that equate to how many times I can throw a weapon? Like, I get it, it's a game, you got to come up with something. How are you going to give me... No! Oh, I can already see this. I think they're called fleas. Yeah, maybe so. I can already see this is going to drive me insane. Oh. Seriously? There we go. I'm also still waiting. I jumped. I'm also still waiting to see if anyone has watched. If you have not, first off, if you have Netflix and you have not watched the Castlevania animated series that are on Netflix, go do that. They are both fantastic. I really liked the first one. I wasn't too sure about the second one, Nocturne. Oddly enough, until got a little story coming up here in a second. No, I swung the whip before then. I'm not sure what's going on here. I don't feel like it's swinging. It's my button commands are getting in like they should. It's probably that latency that Cyrus was telling me about. So, anyway, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. They're fantastic. But yeah, I started watching Nocturne. I liked it. I didn't think it was as good as the first one until I played Rondo of Blood. And then once I played Rondo of Blood, Nocturne became absolutely fantastic because it is loosely based on that game instead. So, but I'd love to see them do another series of that show. The only problem is if they were going to do, well, no, they could technically do. They've already done Trevor, so that was Castlevania 3. God, I hate these. They've already done Trevor, and now they've. So anyway, they've done Trevor and they've done Richter, and I'd love to see them do Simon. But I was going to say the biggest problem with that is, like the most popular character in those shows is Alucard. And if they do one with Simon, you don't have Alucard available. They just have to kind of get him in there somehow. Because I was going to say, well, I mean, technically he first appeared in Castlevania 3. But that wasn't Simon, that was Trevor, so... Come on, Bat. Down to 1 life. I always like this sound too. 2, and 1, 2. There we go. Nope, didn't mean to do. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, like I said, it's not taking my commands. The controller, it's not taking my commands quite as well I was hoping it would. So this may make it interesting. We'll have to see. I may have to play with some things. All right, here we go. Aw, how are you going to take away the 2 before I can grab it? That was jank. That was kind of messed up. Alright, here's our map. This is a huge castle. All right, here's the first place where we find the monkey guys, as I called them, or hunchbacks, is last line. Probably correctly pointed out. So, hearts mean blood. Simon has to do a blood sacrifice. I guess he's doing it really, really quickly. Boy, that would suck if you had to like crush the heart in your hand or whatever before you could throw a knife. You might discover that you suffer from the same affliction I have. I can't play and talk at the same time. Yeah, that could be too. But I'm seriously clicking the button and it's not registering sometimes. I mean, they're not hard. You hit them once and they're dead. But like, especially if you get 2 or 3 of them on you. See, like I jumped there and it didn't take the jump command. And it could be that lag you were telling me about, Cyrus, that naturally happens with emulators / LCDs. Oh, I got a bunch of shit going on here. That's the thing about these old... And I'm gone. Oh, I got one more life. When you get 2 or 3 enemies, or even more than that, that start to gang up on you, man, it's hard to come back from that sometimes. I haven't played this before I started, without it being streaming right now. I need to play this again. I need to, like, after the stream or sometime other time, I need to go through and play this and see if maybe I'm getting some lag that way or something. Just so that I know. Seriously, dude. This one ghost is going to freaking kill me. What's going on with that? Oh, I hate that guy. Whoa. I'm down to 1 hit. There we go. Get up there. And see, staircases like this always drove me insane as a kid. It's like, can I get up there? Is there anything up there? Like, I know it's just background, but why don't use something that you use to, stand on, get around on in the level as background filler? Like that, that's crazy to me. He jumped to his death. That's fine. I don't care. Zero lives. Literally 1 tick left on my heart, on my scale. Don't think we're going to make it to the mummies. Nope. Right there. Lagged on me and it didn't do it. Don't want to continue. Yeah, we'll give it a shot. Why not? All right. Let's see here. What command did I put in for that? Was that... Yeah, there we go. So if I decided not to do a save state, I could always do this. Try that again. That's not cheating, right? Man, if you could have done that back in the day when the NES first came out, like, that would have been godlike powers. Being able to rewind time. All right, before I go any further, let's check the chat. All right, let's see here. Ever listen to the mini bosses? They did good music covers for the stuff like Castlevania. Oh yeah. I use 2 frames of run ahead. It helps a lot. 2 frames of run ahead. I guess I need to get with you last line and we can discuss that. I'm not quite sure what you're referring to. So there might be lag added from the capture too, depending on how you are monitoring. So that stuff I definitely want to get together with you guys offline. And we can talk about if y'all have any recommendations as to things I can do to hopefully improve the stream. So Forzavania right there. I'm not sure what you're referring to last line. Forzavania. Got that guy. Come on, Skeleton. Come on, bird. Gotcha. Well, I didn't really mean to throw that bottle and kill that guy, but you know what? Whatever works. I mean, my CPU usage is only at 52%, so it shouldn't be a processing issue. But like I said, this is our... Oh, you're right, Cyrus. Forza. Forza has rewind. I forgot about that. It's been a while since I've played that. Stupid Medusas. And I know I hit the button to swing, but I didn't take it. Skeleton was doing a little parkour here. Is there anything over here? Nope. Did anyone else also wonder as a kid about... maybe I just overthought things, but if you killed Medusa, why are there still Medusa heads coming at you? Like, I get it. There were some older games, like, you know, Altered Beast and stuff, like that first boss that, like, keeps throwing its head at you. That was close. And how, so I was like, well, maybe it's the same thing there, but Medusa's just gone. Okay, so here's yet another thing in the background. I'm going to pause here in a second. All right. Yeah. So in the top left-hand corner here, you can clearly see there's some walls, you know, there's some steps there or some, you know, some ground up there and what looks like an entrance, but you can't get up there. I even, like, as a kid would, like, get, like, you know, wait for the enemy to come. And, you know, when you get hit, you kind of, like, fall up and backwards and tried to get that to happen. And it wouldn't work. And so it used to drive me insane as a kid. I was just like, is there something up there? That would have been a really good, if you remember EGM, April Fools to do, would be to have, be like, oh, here's how you get up there and you get, you know, 3 extra lives or whatever. That would have been great. And everyone would have, like, lost their mind trying to get it done. So RetroArch has a feature that allows a second instance to run ahead to help you with input lag and such. Okay, I will need to go back and look into that. Thank you for that last line. Come on, bird. Go away. Oh, come on. I'm not going to beat him with this much health unless I get... I think there's a turkey leg coming up here. No! That was stupid on my part. No. I think this will do it. All right, let's give this a shot. Yeah, that's what I thought. It doesn't do anything. Gotcha. Wicked Child. I also like how it will tell you how many people have done the achievement up at the top. It tells you, like this last one, whatever that one was on at the Pale Moonlight, it was like 22%. So, and I like the retro achievements. They're really awesome, but some of them are very, very. And okay, how does he survive this? There's no way. We were talking. Someone brought up maybe I think last line said earlier. Maybe he had a messed up ankle or something. If he didn't then, he does now. Let's see. Super Mega Graphics. We wasted so much time on Wild Goose Chases. Yep. The good old Shenlong and topless Lara Croft. I don't think I was still doing. I still don't think I was playing or had EGM at that time. I don't remember the topless Lara Croft. I mean, I know that was forever. The naked Lara Croft thing was like a forever thing. Like that was everybody and their brother was always said, "Oh my God, there's a version to do this," and of course it wasn't a real thing. But yeah, Shenlong, dude. The first one I remember, the first one EGM did that I remember was being able to unlock Simon Belmont in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game on the NES. And it made sense because they were both Konami games. It's not like they're like, oh, you can unlock Mario in Ninja Turtles. It's like, would Konami and Nintendo have done that? Like, that seemed like a little bit of a far stretch. But the fact that they were both Konami games, it was like, maybe this is a possibility. And I tried and tried and tried. And then, of course, the next month, it comes out and it's just like, oh, yeah, by the way, April Fools. Because, you weren't thinking about that as a kid. Like, you got the magazine and you're just like, oh, no, this is where I go to get information and stuff. Why would they give me false information? So, let's see. Simon over here looking like Neo from The Matrix. Yeah, no joke. Maybe this game isn't played in chronological order. Maybe not. Nope. I'm not accepting that. Stupid bat. Yeah. What was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Pause here. Yeah, I've tried looking up. Have you ever tried to go online and watch some of those YouTube videos where people are just like, here's the chronology of all the Castlevania games, or here's the backstory to all this stuff. And I'm not crapping on those people by any means. I'm sure they've probably done their research. A lot of these people have really done their research on this. And so what they're presenting makes sense, I guess. It just kind of breaks down to the fact that it's just like, do I really need to know the order in which these came? Because I really just kind of want to play a guy, usually of the Belmont clan, trying to kill Dracula with a whip. Like, that's what I'm down here for. Or some variation of that. But yeah, some of these, like, where it talks about, oh, well, the first game was actually this one, and then it went to this, and then we go to here, and now we get into alternate universes. And that's when, like, I tried watching it for Castlevania. I know there's multiple universes there. Zelda is crazy as all heck if you try looking at what is what. Yeah, it's one of those things, but I guarantee they made this game. They, it did well. And they're like, hey, let's make another one. And there were the amount of lore was, hey, we got a guy, he's going to go kill Dracula. All right, cool. What's his name? Simon Belmont. We'll go with that. Cool. All right. And that's it. That's as far as they went. It wasn't this, they didn't have this, sprawling idea of like, 50, 60 games being made or whatever. So let's see here. Maybe this last line. Funny enough, in You can unlock Indiana Jones and Han Solo. It was a LucasArts game. Oh, that's awesome. But the second game was EA. From last night. Okay, from Mercenaries. Okay, cool. I was like, EA didn't ever do Castlevania. Sorry, I was losing my mind a little bit here. So now I know how Cyrus feels on the other side of when he's streaming and watching them afterwards, after the fact. Because I know sometimes when I'm watching him, I'm just like yelling at the screen. Not that he's doing bad. Not for that. It's just like sometimes I might remember something that he didn't. That tended to happen a lot when he was playing. What's it called? Shoot. Resident Evil. He was going through and doing a playthrough of Resident Evil. And he was like, I'm pretty sure there's a thing here or something. And I'm just like, it's back there. Isn't it crazy what you can remember about stuff like this? Okay, here we go. Here's one of the most infuriating stages to this game. Because if you don't kill these little guys as soon as they drop and 2 or 3 of them get on you, you're done. You're just done. You're not going to get through this. What annoyed me, Cyrus, was for a while, there was a bunch of YouTubers trying to tell the history of gaming, but had half their stuff flat out wrong. Yeah, that's always insane as well. When someone comes up and definitively knows something, this is the absolute how things are, and it's just like, really, huh? Yeah, that drives me insane. In fact, I only follow when it comes to. I've got several different things I follow on YouTube. I follow gamers. I follow, I follow a few gamers or whatever. I follow a lot of makers, but I follow very few people who cook or barbecue, and I mainly follow the ones that are like. I follow the what is that called? The Blackstone Network, because they've got like 10 different people that do different shows, and most of them are pretty good. And then I also follow one guy in particular. His name is Heath Riles. He's a championship barbecue guy. The main reason I follow him is even though he has his own products, he has his own line of barbecue stuff he sells. He always says when he's doing his recipes, all right, we're going to use my, whatever, garlic butter, rubbing salt or whatever. This is what I like to use. A lot of people seem to like it, but you use what you want to use. He'll say stuff like this. This is how I do it. He's never once said, this is the definitive 100% way to do brisket or ribs or whatever. Number one, because he does lots of different versions of those things. But I cannot stand, and I've talked about this on other shows, I cannot stand when people are just like, this is the absolute definitive way to do something. Or this is the absolute definitive storyline. The only time I would accept that when it comes to like something like, if it was video game stuff, would be as if like they were interviewing the people who made the game. And they were just like, they're like, no, this is how I wrote the story. And even then, though, sometimes you have to question that because, we've gotten to do an interview on this channel before with an author, and I had a question for him, and he was like, "Did I do that? Did I write that? I don't remember that." And I was just like, "Oh my God, I stumped the author on his own book." But it is what it is. Last line. You got to watch the last pause as soon as they're about to get you. Yep. And run through. Yep, absolutely. Hello, Epic Lion. Well. So, all right, here we go. Hold on, I got to adjust my headset real quick. There we go. I need a new headset. This one is, or maybe I need a new cable for this. This is, it's not always playing in both ears. There we go. Not that I really need stereo sound for this, but sorry, I got to lock in, as the kids would say. All right, here we go. And I probably should do save states. I didn't even think about that. I'd have to look up to see what I did. I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Because I think the clock will stop Igor. Nope, not doing that. Oh, you. Seriously? Seriously? Oh, the insanity. This is going to drive me insane. Here we go again. Yeah, it doesn't help. The little bit of lag, the little bit of lag I'm getting here is going to drive me insane. And I feel like I have to keep doing this because I'm going to need every ounce of health I can get in this battle. Like, this is not an easy battle. There we go. Once again, don't care about the... There we go. Don't care about the points. Hearts are great. All right, here we go. Nope, it doesn't do anything. I should have gone with the sword. And so, why can he throw fireballs and the other ones can't? Gotcha. Walking the edge. Nothing worth dying for. See, I got the achievements, but I don't know what they were for, so the names are only kind of helping me. Oh shoot, I'm pretty far along. Oh, more of these guys. Anyway, let's see what we got here. Hello there. Yeah, lock in. Thanks, Epically. NES only has mono. It has mono. Actually, the NES doesn't do stereo, sir. Was that some Forza Rewind? Yes, your dad is a cheater. Oh, thanks for that, Cyrus. Castlevania Motorsport. He is fighting a Danger Noodle. Danger Noodle, LOL, LOL. You got 59 hearts. Just use your watch. The problem is the watch wasn't stopping the little guys. Yeah, it doesn't work on bosses for the most part. Yeah, I was hoping it would at least lock in Igor, but I couldn't remember if it did or not. So it is what it is. I don't know if you noticed this or not about my gameplay if you've been watching for a while. I am not a sub-weapon user for the most part. Like, I have always... We actually had a conversation about this on my old show. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm that person that... Nope, not doing that. Stupid lag. Oh, seriously? Turn around, jeez. Anyway, I'm not a sub-weapon user. Like, I tend to hold on to it. In fact, when I beat... what was the name of that game? Dead Space. When I beat Dead Space, I basically only used any of the higher weapons, even the first weapon you get, not the first weapon. You start with the slicer thing, but the first weapon you get, whatever it was, bazooka or whatever. I didn't even use it unless it was a boss. And so by the time I got through that game, I had so many weapons. It was insane. Like I had maxed out some of my weapons. I just had tons and tons of stuff. And so when I got to the final boss, like it wasn't even hard because I had so many, of the higher end weapons to use. And I tend to do that in a lot of games, including Mega Man. Like the only one I don't really do that with Mega Man, though, is once I get Metal Man, and usually that's the first one I go after, I use Metal Man's a lot because you can throw a ton of blades and it barely takes anything. Whereas if you use someone like the bubble weapon or whatever, it takes, a good section. You can only fire that thing 5 or 6 times before you have to recharge it. Metal Man you can use constantly, plus you can throw it, any direction. But yeah, I tend to stick with the default weapon a lot. So the watch comment was for the Danger Noodle. Yeah, I should have been using it. So Old Man Gaming, lock in, Eugene. Thanks for that, son. All right, here we go. I guess it's only fair that he's watching some of my stuff. I do watch some of his streams for a little bit. I can only stand so much Fortis Nitus. You should come play some of these games with me, Shark. See how well you do on the old stuff. I can see there are comments. I haven't looked at them yet. I would almost be willing to bet it's my son telling me, sure, I'll come play your old game as soon as you come play Fortnite with me. Since I destroyed that, I can't get up there. Okay, that's fine. Do I really need what's up there? Let's go look. Let's go back in time a little bit here. There we go. Money. 1 heart. I did all that for 1 heart. Well, that was worth my time. Not. Yeah, I gotta remember the next time I do this. Oh. The next time I do this, I need to have the full size of the screen going. Oh, he ran off the side. So that you can see on the bottom here anytime I open up something or unlock something, the number that starts to come up. Better not run off. There we go. Although I'm going to be fighting, I think this is Death. And I don't think the water bottle helps me with Death. I really kind of need the... I always thought it was a cross, but I guess technically the cross is, gives you the, kills everything on the screen. But the boomerang. I really need the boomerang to fight Death. No, didn't mean to do that. Oh, 3 of them though? Man. I get Death to get down close enough to the ground, I could, like, drown his ass. Is there anything up here? Get some of that money I don't care about. That's not bad. No, don't turn around. I'm at 26 of 28 something or other in the bottom right-hand corner that keeps popping up. I don't know what it is. Oh, got an extra life. So here's the thing. I can throw 3 holy water bottles at once. But I don't think Death ever comes down close enough to the ground where it's going to be useful. Whereas if I've got the boomerang, I know I can throw it and hit him with it. But I won't be able to throw more than one at a time. Thoughts, chat? Let me go through the chat here real quick. Let's see. Lock in your chopped cheese. Okay. Not sure. It's called Fortnite. Yes, I know. It's free. Yeah, it's free. I know it's free. You need to talk more, Boomer. I thought I was supposed to lock in. Stop yapping. Okay, so one person says I need to talk more. The other person says I need to talk less. Y'all aren't helping. Not at all. Superman Graphics 64. Cross. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Cross Eye. Ah! I was going to be pissed. Man, I'm pissed now. Let's see here. I really didn't think I was going to get this far. Now, granted, yes, I am cheating. I am using rewind to help my butt. But that being said, I didn't think this part is ridiculous. How do you expect me to kill both this guy and deal with Medusa at the same time? Like, what am I supposed to do there? Nope, I can't take 2 hits. I can't do it. Okay, he's almost dead because... Are you serious? Okay, I got 2. That's good. That's even better. I don't know if y'all saw that just now, but like my controller just like gave me a bunch of issues. Let's see if I can get that without getting hit. Nope. Gotcha. I think I forgot that about this game. Okay. We've got 1 hit. I'm able to use rewind, but man, this is a hard fight. Your emulator is rebelling. Yeah, it kind of sounds that way. I guess I need to play with it some more. But I mean, it should have more than enough horsepower to do. I'm only at like 41% on the CPU usage. I don't know what's going on. So anyway, I might need to see if I need to overclock it or something. Like go in there and see if I can turn up the speed. All right, here we go. Nope. Oh, this is just such a hard battle. How? Nope, not doing it. How did I hit him that? I thought I hit him more than that. How is... I guess I didn't hit him more than that. I jumped right into that. Right into it. Oh, come on, I got you. Come on down. Gotcha. If that last scythe had still got me, I don't know, man. How long have I been playing? Because I'm literally at the end of this game. Like, why would I not keep playing and try to beat this game? Yes, I'm cheating. I don't care, but still. Nope, I'm not doing that. I don't want the axe. I have not been here in a long time. This is... Oh, seriously? We're going to start using OG enemy? No! He just flew off. No, he didn't. Never mind. I completely forgot about this. Like, literally, that was the first enemy here, wasn't it? I know there's another one? Well, that wasn't bad. Nope, I knew where I was standing was not a good place. Man, that bat wants my ass dead. And I'm out of hearts. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Oh, just run. He came back. I'm just running. I'm just running. Even with rewind, I'm still down to like one hit. Oh, and more of these guys. Yeah, I forgot. How did I do this as a kid? Seriously. I know I've beaten this game. I know I beat this game as a kid. How did I do it? I don't want to do that anymore. Hopefully I didn't already ruin what it was ever it was in there. You know what? We're going to go back just in case. Because if that was health, I need that badly. How did they jump through the wall like that? Man, there's a bunch of stuff in this game I don't remember. Especially at this later... Oh, you little jerk. Turn around, turn around. No, turn around, Simon. There. I've got to get down there to see if there's anything down there. Nope. I'm not going to be able to get down there. Maybe. Well, I got an extra life. Oh. Sweet. Yes, meat. Oh. Oh, no. Can't do it. Can't do it. No, don't. I don't think there's anything over there. Even if there is, it's not worth going over there for it. Oh, no. Okay. I don't see how... No, I still got hit by that little guy. I forgot, if I die, do I lose my secondary weapon? I don't remember. Here we are. Yeah, I really didn't think I was going to get this far. I know when I play Castlevania 2 next, that was going to be the next game I was probably going to play. I'm definitely not beating it in one stream. The music is lagging right now, but this is such awesome music. There's no way I'm beating him with one hit. Like, I would have to, like, use the rewind feature so bad. That's not what I want to do. Nope, backwards. Nope. If I hit it just right. Nope, I'm not doing it. Nope, it didn't mean to do that. Turn around. Why are you not turning around before you throw? He's not wanting to turn around is the problem. There we go. Should have done that. I should have. Nope. Can't believe I did that. How? Oh, I was looking at my health bar. I was like, he's down to one hit. Hesitated. Nope, can't duck on that. I got it. I gotta focus on hitting him with my whip. It's not. Nope. Yeah. Okay. Can I go back? I didn't do a save state. And apparently I hit the wrong combination on my controller to reset the game. I literally was at Dracula. And reset the whole game. Oh my God. So, yeah. Things that I need to work on and improve. I need to see if maybe I can play with what Last Line said about trying to maybe go with, I guess like a 2-second play ahead or something like that. May help out with some of the streaming stuff. I may need to play with some of the settings. I can talk with Cyrus and maybe Last Line about that, see if something's going on. I may need to just play with the emulator some, but yeah, I definitely need to go into the emulator and tell it, do not create a combination for resetting the game. Because I literally just reset this damn game right before I could beat it. Oh my God. And I also need to write down what I used for save states. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I did that. Oh my God. All I can do is laugh. Right? Because otherwise I'd cry, but it's not worth crying over. Obviously, I mean, I was just messing around and literally got back to Dracula. So this was a good, successful test, I think, of my first streaming thing, game, show, whatever. Yeah, I cannot believe that happened. Oh, that's infuriating. It's infuriating, but it's also like, whatever. Anyway. All right. Well, yeah, that was a thing that happened. Let's see here. We're going to go back to the camera with the chat. Successful. Right. Yeah. I guess you could kind of call it successful. I can't believe that happened. I mean, I can and I can't. Like, that was ridiculous. So it is what it is. All right. So obviously, like I said, things I need to look into. I need to look at maybe the 2-second delay, maybe to help with lag. I need to maybe look at some of the settings, see if I can cause the emulator to run a little better, see if maybe I can overclock it or something. Maybe that will help a little bit. And I obviously need to go in and take out the reset command because that was too dangerous. I got too far for that to happen. That was insane. Yeah, that was crazy. Let's see here. I need to make sure I turn that off there because we could still hear the game in the background. Anyway, for everyone who joined me tonight, let's see, Super Mega Graphics 64. Definitely go check out his channel if you're men of a certain age. Yeah, it's happened to all of us. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Cyrus. It has. Go make sure you check out his channel, Super Mega Graphics 64, where he goes back and plays retro games. He's taught me everything I know, guys. So, but yeah, definitely go check out his channel. Epic Shark, YT, go check out his channel. That's my boy. He plays, the Fortnite, is doing pretty good with it. So he's having a lot of fun there. Granted, he tends to play it in, a real mode so that it's a reel going. So if you don't want to watch it, like you're looking on the phone, we'll see. And then, of course, Last Line. Thanks for joining us, Last Line. You were the first one in. You jumped in even before I had promoted this thing or anything. So thanks for that, dude. Yeah, I guess with that, I am Optimus Gene. If you want to follow me on Instagram, that's pretty much where you can find my individual wacky adventure. And, of course, you can find us at epicallygeeky.com, where you can find all the shows we do, including the Epically Geeky show, Marginally Geeky, Creatively Geeky, and the Epically Geeky live show, which Cyrus and I should be recording an episode on Thursday night. We need to get together, Si, and figure out what we're going to talk about. Let's see if there's any news worth talking about. So, and if nothing else, maybe we'll just talk about how this went. Yeah. So there's not everyone on the site. It's just me right now. So I guess for Epically Geeky, have a good night.